èyí ni bí Aláàfin ṣe wọ ìpèbí lẹ́yìn tó dé láti Canada. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ní ọ̀rọ̀ náà kò yé níbẹ̀rẹ̀, àmọ́ ní báyìí ó ti yé ẹni gbogbo. kò yé àwọn èèyàn púpọ̀ pé ọba kan gba ọ̀pá àṣẹ àti sàbúkẹ́ẹ̀tì, àmọ́ lọ́jọ́ kejì ló gbéra tó gba ìlú òyìnbó lọ. ohun tí àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan kọ́kọ́ ń béèrè tí wọ́n sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí sọ ni pé irú ọba wo rèé? bẹ́ẹ̀ làwọn míì ní kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ gan-an, tí àwọn alásọjáàmù ẹ̀dá míì pàápàá sì ń wí pé ṣé kìí ṣe pé kábíyèsí ti sá lọ, bóyá kò múra fún ipò náà tẹ́lẹ̀, kò rò pé òun máa jọba, ó rò pé erémọdé ni, àfi nígbà tó rí wàhálà tó wà nípò ọlá náà tó lóun ò ṣe mọ́. àmọ́ ó ti hàn dáadáa báyìí pé ọba wa ò sá lọ, àti pé kò sí àbòsí kankan nínú gbogbo ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀. kó lè dáa ni ohun tí Aláàfin Hakeem Abímbọ́lá Owoade bá lọ. ẹni tó bá rántí bí wọ́n ti ṣètò náà, ọ̀rọ̀ náà yóò yé, yóò sì yé dáadáa. ohun tó ṣẹlẹ̀ kò sì ní rú lójú rárá. ọjọ́ 10 oṣù kìíní ọdún 2025 yìí iléeṣẹ́ gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ ẹnjiníà Ṣèyí Mákindé kéde pé àwọn ti mú Aláàfin tuntun, àti pé orúkọ Aláàfin ọ̀hún ni Abímbọ́lá Owoade. ìkéde yìí ya àwọn èèyàn lẹ́nu. ọ̀pọ̀ kò sì mọ ìdí tí wọ́n fi kéde bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ Ẹtì Friday tí í ṣe ọjọ́ Jímọ̀. nígbà tí ọ̀rọ̀ náà fojú hàn láwọn èèyàn tó mọ ìdí abájọ. ìdí abájọ tí wọ́n mọ̀ náà ni pé wàhálà tí ọ̀rọ̀ jíjẹ Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́ ti mú dání láti ọjọ́ yìí kò jẹ́ kí wọ́n lè ṣe ìkéde náà lọ́jọ́ míì ju ọjọ́ Jímọ̀ lọ. ìdí ni pé lásìkò tí wọ́n ṣe ìkéde náà kò sẹ́nìkan tó lè sáré gba ilé ẹjọ́ lọ pé òun kò fẹ́ kí wọ́n gbé ọ̀pá àṣẹ fún Aláàfin tuntun tí wọ́n yàn náà. tí ẹnìkan bá sì ti ṣe èyí tí Aláàfin kò ní ọ̀pá àṣẹ tí kò ní sàbúkẹ́ẹ̀tì, ọ̀rọ̀ dàrú nìyẹn. ohun tí ìjọba fẹ́ sáré ṣe ni pé bí wọ́n ti kéde orúkọ Owoade yìí kí wọ́n fún un ní sàbúkẹ́ẹ̀tì kí wọ́n sì gbé ọ̀pá àṣẹ fún un láàrin ọjọ́ náà sí ọjọ́ Sátidé. bó bá ṣe pé wọ́n rí Owoade ní Sátidé tí í ṣe ọjọ́ àbámẹ́ta, ìyẹn ọjọ́ kejì tí wọ́n kéde orúkọ ẹ̀, wọ́n bá ti gbé ọ̀pá àṣẹ fún un. ṣùgbọ́n ẹni tí wọ́n ń sọ̀rọ̀ ẹ̀ yìí kò sí nílé, Canada ló ń gbé, iṣẹ́ ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè náà ló ń ṣe. ọ̀gá pàtàkì kan ni níbẹ̀, iléeṣẹ́ tó ń múná wá fún gbogbo orílẹ̀-èdè ọ̀hún ló wà. ohun tí kò sì ṣe lè sáré fiṣẹ́ náà sílẹ̀ nìyẹn. kò tilẹ̀ sí bí yóò ti bòde Nàìjíríà lọ́jọ́ kejì tí wọ́n kéde orúkọ ẹ̀, àmọ́ pẹ̀lú bó ti nira tó, lọ́jọ́ kẹta tí í ṣe ọjọ́ Sunday Owoade gúnlẹ̀ sí Nàìjíríà. nígbà tó sì di kùtùkùtù òwúrọ̀ ọjọ́ kejì ọjọ́ Ajé, gómìnà Ṣèyí Mákindé gbé ọ̀pá àṣẹ ẹ̀ fún un, bẹ́ẹ̀ ló sì fún ní sábúkẹ́ẹ̀tì pé òun ni Aláàfin Ọ̀yọ́ tuntun. lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ ni ọba náà gba ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ lọ, níbi tó ti fi ara ẹ̀ hàn gbogbo àwọn èèyàn ilẹ̀ Yorùbá pátá tí kìí ṣe àwọn ará Ọ̀yọ́ nìkan. bẹ́ẹ̀ ọjọ́ náà pàápàá kìí ṣe ọjọ́ kékeré, ọjọ́ kan tó pinmirin ni. àwọn èrò ń wọ́ lọ, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n ń wọ́ bọ̀. èyí sì fi hàn pé àwọn tó nílé tàlejò Ọ̀yọ́ ti ń retí Aláàfin tuntun. wọ́n ń retí Aláàfin tuntun lẹ́yìn tí ọba Lámídì Ọláìwọlá Adéyẹmí kẹta ti wàjà. ohun tó wá ṣẹlẹ̀ ni pé àwọn èèyàn ti rò pé lọ́jọ́ tí Aláàfin wọ̀lú Ọ̀yọ́, ìyẹn lọ́jọ́ 13 oṣù January ọ̀hún, kò tún ní padà lọ mọ́. àmọ́ Aláàfin kò sùn ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ níjọ́ náà, ó gbọ́dọ̀ padà sí Ìbàdàn nítorí lọ́jọ́ kejì ló ń lọ sí Canada padà. bí àwọn aráàlú tí wọ́n gbọ́rọ̀ náà sì ti ń béèrè pé kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀, ọba Owoade ti dé airport, ó sì ti wọ bàálù ó dé Canada. kò sí ohun méjì tó fi di dandan pé kí Aláàfin lọ bí kò ṣe pé ọ̀gá ńlá ni níbi tó ti ń ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú ìjọba orílẹ̀-èdè náà. bí kò bá sì sí níbẹ̀ tàbí nítòsí, nǹkan yóò dàrú gan ni. ohun tó gbé e lọ sọ́hún rèé. nígbà tó sì yanjú gbogbo ètò pátá tó fa iṣẹ́ náà lé ọ̀gá míì lọ́wọ́ ló padà wá sílé yìí. àsìkò tó dé bá ètò ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tí wọ́n ti ṣe sílẹ̀ fún mu. wọ́n ti ní kó máa bọ̀ kó wọ ìpòbí lẹ́sẹ̀kẹsẹ̀ nígbà tí yóò bá sì fi di ọjọ́ 5 oṣù kẹrin kí gbogbo ìlú wàá gbádé kárí ọba wọn. ohun tó tún jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ jáde rẹpẹtẹ lọ́jọ́bọ̀ Àlàmísì ọjọ́ 6 oṣù yìí nìyẹn tí wọ́n wá pàdé ọba wọn nígbà tó dé láti Canada. nígbà tí wọ́n ti gbọ́ pé kábíyèsí ti dé síbàdàn ni wọ́n ti ń múra bí ilẹ̀ sì ti ń mọ́ ni wọ́n ti ń dúró sójú ọ̀nà káàkiri. Àwọn kan ti dúró sí ìròkò, àwọn míì wà ní fìdítì, àwọn míì wà ní jóbèlè. Wọ́n fẹ́ kó jẹ́ àwọn làwọn kọ́kọ́ máa rí i. Ṣùgbọ́n ní Plaza de Haruna ní Elékàrà tó sì kù bíi máìlì 3 sáàrin ìgboro Ọ̀yọ́ láwọn èrò ti rìn lọ tí wọ́n sì jókòó tí wọ́n ń retí ọba. Àwọn obìnrin ilé tí wọ́n fẹ́ fi ewì pàdé ọba wà níbẹ̀, èyí sì ni ewì àti orin wọn.
Ẹ̀yà sáàkúrẹ́ o, èrò tí ń rà kẹsàn-án ẹ̀yà sáàfin, ẹ̀bá nǹkan láàfin Abímbọ́lá.
Kábíyèsí mo mórí balẹ̀ Aláàfin ọmọ ọbọ Owoade dá ẹlẹ́wù ẹ̀tù. Ìyàdá àrọ́mọdọ́mọ ṣe Bọ́lá onígbàgbé ládìgbòlù. Ọba tó lóyin lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lóyin níran níbi níran lẹ́kẹ̀ẹ́ mọ̀ṣe jókòó róye ọba ńlá tí fọba jẹ ẹ̀rù jẹ̀jẹ̀ ní gbogbo lẹ̀kílẹ̀. Àkànní o ọmọ ọmọ Owoade ìyàdá ẹlẹ́wù ẹ̀tù. Bàbá tí yóò gbá ní tì, bàbá tí yóò lá ní tì, bàbá tí yóò mú ní tì, bàbá tí yóò fẹ́ ní tì, bàbá tí yóò ná ní tì. Ẹni ìyàdá bá gbàgbà àgbà tí ò lè gbà tán ẹbọra ní gbarú wọn.
Abímbọ́lá èrò tí re mọ̀lété ẹ̀yà sábúre o, èrò tí rà kẹsàn-án ẹ̀yà sáàfin, ẹ̀bá nǹkan láàfin Abímbọ́lá.
Àwọn olórí láti agboolé Owoade náà ti jókòó, àwọn náà ní orin tiwọn lọ́tọ̀.
Nǹkan láàfin Abímbọ́lá o, ẹ̀bá nǹkan láàfin Abímbọ́lá, èrò tí re mọ̀lété ẹ̀yà sábúre o, èrò tí rà kẹsàn-án ẹ̀yà sáàfin, ẹ̀bá nǹkan láàfin Abímbọ́lá.
Àwọn ọmọ Owoade tí wọ́n wà ní Ìkirè náà wálé, àwọn pàápàá ṣàdúrà fọba.
Wọ́n kú tù wá lára, tù àbúrò kú bí wẹ́rẹ́, tù àgbà pọ̀tọ́ wà láhùláwàlá àpọ̀já ní ìlànà.
Lẹ́yìn náà ni adelé ìmáàmù àgbà Ọ̀yọ́ náà jókòó tó sì ṣàdúrà fún ọba pẹ̀lú àlàyé bí inú àwọn ọmọ Ọ̀yọ́ ti dùn tó.
Ní Alhaji Abdullateef Abdulaziz Ẹlẹ́yẹlé tí mo jẹ́ mọ̀fásírò àgbà fún ilẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́, bákan náà tí mo ń jẹ́ acting imam lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nílùú Ọ̀yọ́.
Ẹ̀yà akẹ́kẹ́ sọ fún wa rí pé àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ ní lónìí àdẹ̀rẹ́ yẹn báyìí ní àná àríńjẹta kí làwọn èèyàn ṣe náà lọ́pọ̀ tó báyìí.
Yóò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí ètò tí Ọlọ́run ọba ń ṣe lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ nínú ọlá ńlá rẹ̀ lágbọ̀ngbọ̀n tí wá ń bí, torí pé gbogbo ìgbà ni Ọlọ́run ọba sì ń ní ìṣe láàrin gbogbo ẹ̀dá tó dá tọkàn ọ̀jọ̀ kan. Àmọ́ nínú ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tá a wà yìí, a wà nínú ìdùnnú tó ga látara wípé àwọn tá a ti ń béèrè lọ́dọ̀ Ọlọ́run láti bí n tó tún mọ́dún 3 sísìn nípa wípé tọ̀ ìgbà tí ọba wàjà bàbá wa Alhaji Abdulhamid Ọláyíwọlá Adéyẹmí kẹta à ń retí kọ́lọ́run ó yàn fún wa. Ọlọ́run wá jẹ́ pé ó dáhùn ìbéèrè wa lọ́dún ni, ó fún wa ní ọba tuntun, ọba wa Hakeem Abímbọ́lá Owoade ẹlẹ́wù ẹ̀tù kínní. Òní ni wọ́n sọ̀kalẹ̀ sílùú Ọ̀yọ́ tí wọ́n ó dé láti Canada tí wọ́n à ń retí wọn báyìí. A wà ní Plaza de Haruna, so àwọn èèyàn pọ̀ rẹ́gẹ́dẹ́ nínú ọgbà hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì bàbá wa Haruna Eléwì ńlá wà báyìí. Afọlọ́ Ọlọ́run bẹ lọ́hùn dídé wọn yìí, Ọlọ́run ọba kó fi sọ wá lóko rẹ̀ lọ́yọ̀ọ́, kó fi sọ ọba gangan lóko rẹ̀. Ọlọ́run tí jẹ́ kó ní dé sí ara àwọn tó bá yàn, tí gbogbo kọ́mọ̀ ṣe fi máa ṣẹlẹ̀, tí gbogbo ń tọ́ yẹ tí ètò fi máa tò. Ọlọ́run lọ́ba ọgbọ́n, òun lọ́ba àmọ̀, òun lọ́ba òye. Ọlọ́run ọba kó bá ní pé fún ọba wa tí ó fi darí ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ yìí, tí ó fi ní tẹ̀, tí ó fi ní ẹwọ́, kí ó jẹ́ kásìkò rẹ̀ ó tu gbogbo ìlú Ọ̀yọ́ lára.
Níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe èyí ni àwọn onílù ti dé tí wọ́n sì dá gbogbo ìlú bólẹ̀. wọ́n ti ń lùlù lọ́wọ́ ní ariwo sọ kábíyèsí ti dé. láti eléèkàrà làwọn èrò ti tẹ̀lé ọba wọ́n sì jọ rin ìrìn bíi máìlì 3 náà wọ àárín Ọ̀yọ́ ni. ó kù díẹ̀ kí wọ́n délùú làwọn ọmọléèwé Ládìgbòlù àti Olivet sáré jáde wá pàdé ọba. wọ́n sì pọ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ náà ni wọ́n sì ń tẹ̀lé kábíyèsí pẹ̀lú mọ́tò rẹpẹtẹ tó wà lẹ́yìn ẹ̀. bí kábíyèsí ti ń ju ìrùkẹ̀rẹ̀ lòun náà ń jó nínú mọ́tò tó ti yọrí jáde náà bí ẹ̀ẹ̀mẹ́ta làwọn aráàlú sì ń dá a dúró tí mọ́tò náà kò ní rọ́nà lọ rárá. ẹgbẹ́ àwọn aláta àwọn elélùbọ́ àtàwọn ìyálọ́jà sáré jáde lọ́jà pẹ̀lú ìdùnnú àwọn náà wá kí kábíyèsí káàbọ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ̀gọ̀rọ̀ àwọn onílù kò sáàyè fìlù sọ̀rọ̀ fìlù pòwe bí wọ́n ti ń tẹ̀lé ọba. nígbẹ̀yìn ọba náà dé ilé ringini kan nínú GRA níbi tí yóò gbàdé ìpèbí tí yóò sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ ètùtù tó bá yẹ láti ṣe. ní ìpèbí yìí ni yóò ti kọ́ oríṣiríṣi ẹ̀kọ́ nípa bí wọ́n ti ń ṣèjọba Ọ̀yọ́ àti bí ọba Ọ̀yọ́ ti gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe ní gbangba àti níkọ̀rọ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ ni yóò gbọ́ ìtàn yóò sì dé ìdí àwọn alálẹ̀ gbogbo láti rúbọ sí wọn kó sì fi ara ẹ̀ hàn pé òun lọ́ba wọn tuntun. kò sí gìrìgìrì kan mọ́ báyìí o ọba Hakeem Owoade ti dé ó ti wà nípèbí ọjọ́ ìgbàdé pàápàá ti kù sí dẹ̀dẹ̀ àdúrà ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ń ṣe báyìí pé kí àsìkò Aláàfin tuntun yìí kó tu gbogbo wa lára.
ẹ̀yin tèmi bólẹ̀ wà ẹ̀jẹ̀ ń ganu sí gbohùngbohùn yìí kí n gbé yín débẹ̀. bẹ́ẹ̀ mọ̀ fáwọn Yorùbá sọ wípé bàbá ti rìn sí báyìí náà la ṣe ń kun ni. dá irú aṣọ tá a bá wọ̀ náà ni ó sọ irú àpẹẹlẹ tí wọn yóò fún wa. bí àwọn wájẹ́ mú mi náà bí mú mi náà òdodo. wọn aṣọ kan wà téèyàn ń wọ̀ tí àdúrà ń tètè gbà. ìrọ̀rùn ló mà bá dé o ní Bishop apparel. àwọn aṣọ bíi jàlámíà àbáyà káf gbogbo àwọn aṣọ alárànbarà láti ìlú Saudi òní àti tóbìnrin. tó ń bẹ nínú ilé ìtajà Bishop apparel. ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ lòmíì ni kì í jẹ́ kó ní bó ṣe rìn mọ́. wọ́n ń ta àwọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ àwọn àbúrò wọn fún wọn. bàtà ọ̀dà fasos water get. èyí kì í ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ní ti Bishop apparel ló. bó jẹ́ ta àwọ̀tẹ́lẹ̀ tọkùnrin àti tóbìnrin. boxers bra tight gbogbo size pátápátá lání. inú ẹ̀ kàn sí Bishop apparel lónìí. lóòótọ́ ti ń bẹ nínú ọ̀rọ̀ mi. Bishop apparel wà ní Coca-Cola road Pansẹ́kẹ́ Abẹ́òkúta Ògùn state. ẹ̀lú ẹ̀ ló wọn ní 09034264571 tàbí 07013832026. ẹ tún lè WhatsApp wọn lórí àwọn nọ́mbà wọ̀nyí. aṣọ wíwọ̀ pẹ̀lú Bishop apparel ìrọ̀rùn ló bá dé.
It is an absolute delight and a wonderful pleasure to be seated here today with none other than the 46th King, Alaafin of the Oyo Empire, Oba Abimbola Owoade the First. Good evening, sir. It is a pleasure to have you here with us today. We're here today to get some insight. We know that it is an occasion of such joy and pleasure for you to have been crowned king, especially with having competition and not knowing what the outcome would have been. So today we just want to get some insight into how your journey has been so far leading up to this point. Can you please tell us about your journey leading up to this moment? So what experiences have you had that have prepared you to take on this role of leadership of the Oyo Empire?
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Just like you mentioned, I am Royal Majesty Oba Alaafin of Oyo, the 46th King of Oyo Empire. I started off my primary school at Christ Mission Primary School. That was in Shaki in Oyo State. So after completion of that, I went on to doing my secondary school education at Baptist High School. I completed that in 1992. And with that, I did science as some of my prerequisite because I have a lot of interest in engineering. So with that, I went for my national diploma in mechanical engineering at Ilaro Poly. I was there for 2 years. So after completion of the diploma, I went for my HND in Ibadan Poly. So where I obtained a higher national diploma. So I didn't stop there. So I proceeded to do my first degree at the University of Sunderland in England. So after completion of that, so I'm a kind of person that I'm a go-getter, and I try as much as possible that whatever I'm doing, I want to make sure that I have the best of it. So I never stopped there. So I went on to doing a master's in mechanical engineering at Northumbria University. So after the completion of that, I worked couple of years for oil and gas company as a planning engineer. So with some of this experience, I've gained a lot of that has made me to have some developmental skills and leadership skills. So with that, I never stopped there because I'm a kind of person that I like to explore. So after some years, I decided to relocate to Canada, where I got certified in project management. And so after getting certified, so I got a job with one of the largest utility service company called Manitoba Hydro. So I've been working there for a couple of years now. That in a way strengthened my experience and how to deal with people, because it's a big organization. So there I learn how to coordinate and collaborate very well with people. And not only that, I've been working there, that improved my conflict resolution skills. So with that in place, I believe with some of this experience and long length of education in engineering, so I believe that prepared me for the post of Alaafin of Oyo. And here I am today. I am Alaafin for Oyo.
That is wonderful. I would definitely say it's been a journey of growth, resilience, and community development as well. So I would like for you to briefly walk us through the moment where you were declared the 46th king. How did you feel at that very point in time? What was the first thought that came to your mind and the feeling that came with that thought?
I'm not going to lie to you. The very day I had that my name was announced, so in a way I was kind of, wow. The first thing that raised to my mind was that, get ready to go to Nigeria. So yeah, and this is an opportunity I've been looking forward to, seeing happening. And yeah, I think I'm very happy. And I believe it is time to go back home and showcase what I've learned, going back to my educational background and with some of the experience I've gained in my life. So I believe it's time for me to go back and help them to solving the problem.
All right. And speaking of background and experiences, what lesson from your family and upbringing would you say guide you as you prepare to lead us?
One of the things that I learned, and I would say that I will maybe I always like to use to advise the upcoming maybe youth as well is that whatever really you are doing, you have to make sure you do it right, and you try to make sure that you avoid anything that would maybe bastardize your name, because you don't know what you're gonna be. So I think I was raised in a very good environment, and there's a popular saying that torí gbogbo ohun tá a bá ń ṣe, it's not because of today, it's because of tomorrow. So I think it's a watchword for, that I would declare to maybe youth and people who possibly maybe who are aspiring to maybe take up maybe a leadership position in the future, or maybe, yeah. So, yeah, I think so.
All right. And then what are some of your key priorities for the Oyo Empire once you are coronated?
The moment I get coronated, I have a number of agenda that I have put together. There's no doubt about the fact that my predecessor, which is Kuba Bayeye, Alaafin, Adeyemi, there's no doubt about the fact that he has done very well in terms of culture and tradition, being his successor. So the plan is trying to maybe give it a push and lift it up from where he left it off. So yeah, I think that's one of my agenda as in. So during that time, you'll be looking at a way to promoting our traditional, like getting involved in organizing events like Shogo Day, Oromio Day, and others. So that's just one of my agendas. Another thing which I'm looking at doing is we have a lot of individuals who have contributed meaningfully to the development of Oyo. So not only just the living ones, we have to talk about maybe the dead ones as well. So in that respect, I'm planning to try to maybe try to create a kind of maybe giving them a kind of award, just to make sure that they are, just to show a kind of recognition to them, just to let them know that yeah, we recognize them, both while they are alive and after their death. So not only that, having looked at the youth of nowadays, I can really see that there are a lot of people who don't have skills, enough skills to do the job or to pick up the necessary job. So part of my agenda is to have a vocational training or get a vocational training across to them. So that could maybe making them hairstylists and some other some other trades like that. So with that, I believe that that will get some of our youths out of the street. So and it will create a kind of empowerment, and it will create jobs for them. So not only that, for some of the skilled people, like graduates who completed their maybe a degree or HND, higher national diploma, and they are looking for job. So I've thought of an idea of maybe trying to get maybe some training, like cybersecurity training to them, so that trying to train them so that they'll be cybersecurity inclined. So with that, I believe that that would get them more, to be marketable. So, and by so doing, they don't have to travel abroad. They don't have to travel abroad. All they have to do is just maybe in the corner of their room, they can work. And, they can communicate and do collaborate and do the job all over the world. So that is one area I'm looking at, helping and solving the employment problem in Oyo Empire and in Yoruba land, as I would like to say. So, and apart from that, I realized that several 100 years ago, there are a lot of artifacts, jewelries, valuables being taken away or being carted away by some of the British people. So, for instance, there's a war called Pepper War. So the Pepper War happened in 1895 in Oyo, whereby we have some of the British people, they came around and they carted away with they carted away with gold, about 16 gold-plated crowns. So in a way, I would work with some of the necessary stakeholders to see if maybe some of those valuables could be repatriated, or maybe, we can get them back. And if in a way we can get them back, we should be expecting them to maybe get some compensation from them. So that is another plan I have for you. Another thing I'm looking at, maybe another area I'm looking at, maybe trying to look at is, there are a lot of people, there are some situations whereby people lose their loved ones. I'm talking about the widows and the widowers. So in that situation, we'll be looking at a way to maybe finding a way to empower them, getting them empowered, so that in a way they can maybe get involved in this, maybe in a small business, so that at least they can live a meaningful life, and they'll be fine. I've been talking with a lot of international bodies, and one of them is International Hope. I've talked to them, and they've made me understand that they are ready to give necessary help in that respect. So I'll be getting some hospital equipment from them, so which I will be taking bringing to Oyo Empire, to improve the health facilities in Oyo and its environs. Thank you very much.
Amazing. So definitely sounds like you have a full plan and a trajectory of how you'd like to progress, especially with starting your reign. Sounds like you have a plan for the widows, the youths, orphans, widowers, and people that need some sort of support. That is a wonderful plan that you have there.
Thank you very much.
All right. So my next question now would be, is there a particular quote or a saying that you live by on a day-to-day basis?
There's a popular saying that service to humanity is the best work of life. So with that, I believe in serving humanity. So in that regard, so that's one of the reasons why I decided to say, okay, where I want to go back home with all the experience and the length of education that I've gathered abroad, and I want to be back home to help my people in boosting the health facilities, and maybe in terms of the employment side of it. So yeah.
Wonderful. All right. And the last question I have here for you, sir, if you were to look back, say at the end of your reign, which will be fruitful, long and prosperous and impactful, what would you like people to say about you as a king? So when they reflect on your reign, what would you like people to say about you?
That's a very good question. I think, and this is something I've known, and even at work, they know me very well for it. I always like to leave a track. I always like a situation whereby maybe I could be identified with something, say, oh, during the time Hakeem was the one that did this design, being an engineer. Hakeem did this, he developed maybe a particular software or maybe, So that's one thing I like. I like to leave a kind of a legacy behind so that maybe some several years down the lane, I will always like a situation whereby maybe, people will have something to point to and say, it was during his time that he developed the health facilities and, and then again, I would like my name to be inscribed in a lot of things to say, yes, he did this during his time.
All right. So His Royal Majesty definitely wants to leave a footprint, a good legacy with an impactful reign for the people of Oyo. All right. So do you have anything that you would like to tell the people of Oyo that they can look forward to during your reign? Do you have a message for the people of Oyo?
My message for people of Oyo is that there's a popular saying that Agbajowa Alaafin Soya. As in, if you want to get something done, it's not all about maybe you alone. You need a kind of support of the people. So I believe that having their support, I'll be able to deliver some of the goals I have and some of the things I think that will be beneficiary to the community. So in a way, I would say I need their support. So with that, I believe I will be able to go a long way and be successful with what I'm doing.